wait for people to log on.
You'll turn the corner, Derek.
I started to take 20 grand.
When someone goes down.
Was it BOZ?
You did all up.
Not many logging on just yet, but normally takes about a minute for people to log on. Well, it's normally you and your mum that log on first anyway, isn't it?
Yeah.
Somebody's on.
So it'll be your mum.
Do you reckon that'll be your mum?
Yeah. Or my nan.
Could be your nan, yeah. Or it could be someone completely different.
Yep.
Someone's just,
over there.
somebody just logged on and then disappeared.
So it's probably one of them.
There's probably someone who's like, what the earth is this I'm watching here?
And on the transition.
But that's the way it goes.
Very concerned.
They went on the bus last time, didn't he?
Like today, for instance.
When you last home game,
Wait for people to log on.
you went back to the beaches, didn't you?
I was meant to do a live last night actually, but I never got around to it. Well, I'll probably do one tonight when I get in. So we're 2 minutes in. He turned up yet? No, he's logged in.
Last game of the season.
Where is
I know
everybody?
that, but
Shouldn't the end season 2nd of May?
Something like that. Oh, mysterious person who's watching. We're live. We're going on the bus to Colchester to watch Shrewsbury Town attempt to play football. But will they? Will they make us proud? Will they get us a win? We don't know. So if you're a town fan, give me a big hi on the chat. Nobody said anything. Good afternoon, Christopher. Oh, we've got 3 people in now. Good afternoon. And yes, we're heading to Colchester. So it's going to be an interesting day. Coach is near enough full. So it'll be interesting to see what it's like
22, my mum.
at Colchester. I've been here once before, I think, maybe twice.
Another stadium to tick off.
Will I ever work out how much it cost me a season? Well, I wouldn't like to say how much it cost me a season. A lot, probably, quite a bit. More than I'd like to be paying. But the commitment is there. And yeah, I mean, this might be the last full season for a while I'll do. I'm going to continue till the end of the season and then see where I'm at. Is the amount of money I'm earning off the channel covering the costs for travelling away? Absolutely not. So it doesn't work out in that way, but it helps a little bit now that it's finally kicked in and I've got over 1,000 subs. But how are we going to get on today? That's the question. Score predictions for today, please, people watching. Are we going to get a result? That's the main thing. I mean, last Saturday, you know, Gav Cowan's first game in charge. It wasn't an eye-catching performance. Exactly. A 2-1 Salah shot win. Well, hopefully he's doing a bit more attacking football this week, because last week it was just defend, and we weren't even counter-attacking really, were we? We didn't look very dangerous going forward. A 0-0 again, which would be a good result, but the thing is, you know, I have this thing in my head that if you're going to try and keep things tight, yes, you might get the odd couple of 0-0s in 3, so 3 games, heavy defeat, couple of 0-0s. But wouldn't you just rather that extra point? And yeah, we have a couple of defeats and we get a win. That's what I'd prefer, because it's 1 point extra for doing that. So every 3 games, I'd rather us go for it in every game. And at least if you give it a go and you win one of those 3 games by giving it a go every week, then it's better than going in with safety in mind and trying to get draws and ending up losing all 3 or just drawing 1 or 2. So the points make the prizes at the moment, don't they?
Look, that's their striker. Look how
Yeah, I mean, it's been like that, let's be honest, for the last 4 or 5 seasons. We've been kind of trying too defensively, games that really having a good go at trying to win, and been like that for quite some time, hasn't it? I think at least since even in the Steve Cottrell reign, we didn't go at teams to try and win games. We tried to counter-attack and win games that way. But I don't think we've attacked much since probably, well, Ricketts, perhaps the first season when we gave it a go and attacked every game, and we didn't win that many then. But yeah, don't know where we're at. Have we got the players to do that? Have we got the players to attack? We've certainly got some young forwards and there's bits floating around here, but they're not really scoring the goals, are they? They're not really putting the ball in the back of the net. That is the worrying concern when we do go forward. So where do we go from here? Colchester is going to be hard. Go out there, play some football. Grab the game, win the game. This is of going to win the game. Attack. Great. It's the way forward for this, for the way for where it's at the moment. People will come back and watch attacking football, won't they?
Coach coming down above your head.
Some. Anyway, what sort of reception? A few weeks' time. Well, I don't know. I wasn't a fan of him. I never really was a fan of him. The football, I think the best football we saw under Cottrell was the first couple of months that he was in, when we had the likes of what was his name? The guy that came, Harry Chapman. Yeah, well, the first few months, and I think we played Southampton, and then all of a sudden we had all the COVID stuff and football years, and the managers we've had since, it's got even more boring, hasn't it? You know, boring defensive football. It seemed to have got ingrained into the club, and that's why we were probably named the most miserable club in the Football League, and rightfully so. I think the other YouTuber, Alice Patton, came to watch Town play against Barnet last week, and he said the fans weren't that miserable actually. But you can see why we probably be miserable, because the football we're watching is miserable. So who else is on here? So with regards to Steve Cottrell, this boring football kind of started under him, didn't it, really? I mean, that's where it came from, and it just got worse and worse with each manager that come in after. I mean, Matt Taylor was boring. Nurse came back. There was a little bit of excitement at first, and then it got boring. And then obviously there was a bit of optimism when Gareth Ainsworth took over, but I think his one club wonder is starting to show now, because Gillingham don't look exactly good today at the moment, and they don't look great at all. And his football was boring. Appleton's football was boring. It's just boring footballers that we bring in. There's no excitement. There's no star man. There's no creativity. Who's our most creative player? Who's the most creative player? Kabir? Compare Kabir to I don't know, Sean Wally. Kabir's a young lad though, isn't he, at the end of the day? And Jensen comes in. Any more rumours, Jensen? You got them all right last time you were on live. Obviously you had a helping hand and knew it all before we did. Taylor Perry. Taylor Perry's not really all that creative though, is he? He certainly was. He knew it all, didn't he? He told us all exactly. I'm pretty sure there might have been one or two people who weren't too impressed by that, but fair play to you, lad. You were spot on with your info on the appointment, and it is quite exciting because I believe that, you know, there's maybe something there for us to expand on.
January the 18th.
5-1 with some buckets to win today, so yeah, it's going to be. I can't believe how far we've sunk, even since the days of since we've been at this ground. This is the worst I've ever seen. Even I can't think of anything more boring. I think even under Jake King it was probably a little bit more attacking than it is now, and that was pretty boring. And the last time we got relegated was under Ratcliffe, but that wasn't boring at all because we went out and attacked, but they always scored goals than we did. But the last 8 games under Ratcliffe was bad, let's be honest, you know, we lost 8 in a row. And we had no wins in 16. Our last 16 games, I think we had 4 draws and 8. Was it 4 draws and 12 defeats? My uncle said to Marcus, why don't you go down every time you get the ball? And said, that's what Appleton, why do you go down every time? Oh, so now I've reconnected again. Are we back? The signal is terrible down here between Cambridge and Essex. We've only got one person watching. So, yes. So, the assistant manager of Shrewsbury Town said to Marcus, so this is Jamie Ains said to Marcus, he says, why do you go down every time you get the ball? That's what Jamie Ains said to Marcus. You know what Marcus said? That's what Appleton told him to do. That's what Appleton told him to do.
And don't forget, he was in Benny on the floor last week.
So there you go. And last week, Marcus wasn't going down at all on Saturday, was he? So there you go, there's the cat out the bag, some info from behind the scenes. Fair
Marcus
play
might
to this
actually
lad,
do
he
well
tells me
now.
absolutely everything he has in the last
That's
couple
funny,
of weeks.
Marcus might actually do well now. It doesn't help his pace though.
I don't know, he's not, that's though. I just think he gets tired and gets fed up easily. One that absolutely is, if that's true, because Appleton. So absolutely is, if that's true, because Appleton. So
Was he good for Appleton?
Marcus,
appointed?
we need a song that says Marcus goes down and told him to. Oh, why? Told him to. Oh, why'd you go down? Johnny, why'd you go down? because Mr. Appleton told me to. That's why I go down. Well,
That's probably why he doesn't.
it absolutely is a joke. I've got reconnected again. Keep losing the connection, guys. But keep the chat going. Have we anything from MA since he left the club? Has he made any statements or given any interviews? I don't. I think he was just a mercenary for the money. To be honest, Mr. Appleton, wasn't he? He even kind of said so. I think there's the rumour going around that he had a conversation with Paul Warren after the MK Dons game, and after the MK Dons game, he said basically to Paul Warren, and there was physios and MK staff have links with acquaintances of mine that said that Appleton said after the MK day he didn't care if he was still here or not at the club. And Benning has been our best defender in training, apparently. Why does that not surprise me? To be fair, Benning, the first season he came in,
He was decent, to be fair.
he wasn't too bad, was he, under Matt Taylor? I think Benning played pretty well under Matt Taylor and under Hurst, and somehow we managed to stay up, and I think Benning was one of the better players when he first came in.
See, Appleton's just Appleton. He just helps people.
So it doesn't surprise me that with a little bit of confidence in Benning, he will get better. And I always put him down as, I always thought, well, you could always play him as a winger rather than a wing back. But
He's a little bit.
but I'll take your word from it. If they're saying that he's the best defender in training, then it kind of doesn't surprise me. Maybe a little bit, but
Stubbs as well, don't forget, and Isaac Lee.
so we'll see.
Oh, they won't play Isaac Lee now, won't they?
To be fair, I had no problem with MA as a person. Well, neither did I until I found out that little bit of information. I'm so Brian Jensen. Yes, I'm so pleased that BJ has left the club. Shame it was 3 seasons too late. Well, yeah, he was always barking the orders on the touchline. You would think he was the manager, wouldn't you, if you were just like a fan visiting for the day and you didn't know anything about English football and you were just like on holiday or something, or visiting England and I'll just pop and watch his football match. You would think that Brian Jensen was the manager, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Yes, he certainly made his feelings clear on the touchline, didn't he? And shouting at the players and telling them what to do. It was like he owned the place. Brian Jensen is awful, apparently. Well, he was a waste of a wage, was Jensen. He was a waste of a wage. But who's going to come in as goalkeeping coach? Lots of people are saying Joe Hart. Part-time, maybe. I don't know.
It is going to be Joe Hart.
It is.
I've heard there's rumours.
There's lots of rumours about Joe Hart, so
Don't forget, he played in the Premier League.
if I worked for RW and the prima donna players wouldn't care less if I was in the job or not. Oh yeah. Well, I'm not too sure on RW either. I used to think a lot of him, think he was great, but 2 and 2 together. There's a couple of things. Look, right. I kind of blame Appleton, but I don't because Mickey Moore was here first. But I kind of do blame Appleton because
Charming.
United versus Spurs.
Don't you think he's...
So I don't blame. Well, yeah, everybody's gone. Everybody's disappeared. I'll stay on for a little longer. Oh, we got somebody back. So I'm not gonna. So he did okay at Oxford, didn't he? He did okay at Oxford, didn't he? Mr. Appleton did okay at Oxford, got him promoted to the playoffs. Did kind of okay at Lincoln, although Joe Hart has so many media commitments, he is everywhere. Well, yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing.
Nah, he might actually be good, Joe Hart.
But he works for the BBC, so on that one, I'm not too keen on the BBC these days. The worst thing in the country, aren't they, for broadcasting, in my opinion. You know, you'll get more of an honest answer from me than the BBC. But they pay his wages. So if you're going to get paid the amount of wages that they pay, then I don't blame him for taking the money. But media commitments, maybe I should get him on a live. I don't think he'd want to come alive on my channel, would he? He'd be like, how much am I going to want to pay him? Well, of course he'd be friends with you. I don't think...
Yeah, because he used to pay... Well, he was at the cricket ground.
But it would be nice, you know, it wouldn't be a bad idea if he did that into the chicken. Yeah, all ex-professional players that live sort of town or from town, they'd probably put a bit of a passion into the training, wouldn't they? You know, they'd care. So, yeah, Dave Edwards, Joe Hart, even Billy Jones, who didn't play for the town. I mean, even he'd show a bit of passion, and obviously Jack Price too. But I think Jack Price is still at Brackley and hasn't. Been signed. So, you know, it'd be good to get that. And don't forget that youth team. That youth team from last season was a very good youth team, and they're doing well again this season. So I expect a lot of youth teamers to come through over the next few years. I don't think there's been a youth team as promising for a very long time, has there? For bringing through players that should be able to slot into the first team at some point. I think they're doing very well at the moment. I think they're second in the league and can still win it. Well, they were the last time I looked.
Wait, who's in there? Who's in their league?
And of course, they won the cup last season, which I went to watch at Cardiff, which also can be viewed on our channel. It was a good game and a good day. That one. Youth development cup thing that they won at Cardiff last year. It was probably the highlight of the season in a way. Seeing Tam lift a trophy. So we're not far away from Colchester now, so I'm going to log off. And I might do a live, well, probably will do a live on the way home and give you my comments on how I felt today's game has gone. And so until later on, catch you all later.
Anyway,